everyone. I had a request for a fall look. So when I think of fall, I think of rich, earthy tones and rusts, and so I wanted to do a fall look for you today. This is what I came up with. I really hope you like it. You will probably never see my hair looking like this again. I went on a field trip with the kids this morning, and this seemed to be the easiest way to make it go, to keep the bangs out of the way, but also I don't like the way my forehead looks. The way it works, well, I hope my head works good. But anyway, I don't like the way my forehead looks. So this is probably the last time you'll ever see my hair like this, but I kept it out of the way good for the tutorial. So anyway, I could ramble on and on today, as I'm sure you can already tell, but what I'm going to say right now is, if you want to learn how to do this look, keep watching and I'll show you how. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is apply a base. I'm going to be using NYX Jumbo Pencil in Gold. I've depotted mine, so I'll be applying it with a brush. So we're just going to go all over our lid like this. And then when you get to about crease height, just kind of blend up with your brush, but don't add any more product. The next thing we're going to do is take a gold shadow, an rich orangey gold. I'm going to be using Prestige's Golden Retriever. And I'm just going to go, I'd say just a little more than halfway across. So right from the inner corner to just a little more than halfway across. And just pat that in gently. And then after doing that, I want to take a copper shade, and I'm going to be using NYX's Copper, and just apply that over the rest of the lid. And then I'll show you what we're going to do. So we'll get that over the rest of the lid. And then we're just going to come back on partly where we did that gold to about just a little more than halfway, so that they it helps blend them together, and the gold will shine from underneath the copper, and it just gives it a really cool effect, I think. Now I want to take a black shadow. I'm going to be using NYX's Black, of course, and I want to use a pointy brush like this. And I am going to take that, and I'm going to draw a line right in my crease. And the reason why I'm using a thin brush is because I want to make it a very thin line. We're going to blend this out later with another color, but I just want to get that line in there thinly for the definition that I want. If you have smaller eyes, you're not going to want to come as far across as I have. You'll probably only want to go about halfway, but I just wanted to bring it right in. And now, once we get that where we want it, all in there good, then we're going to take a Rust shade, and of course I'm going to be using NYX's Rust. Today seems to be NYX Day, and I'm just going to take that Rust and use it to blend out the black that I just drew in my crease. And once you've got that all done in there, then I want to go back in with the black, and with the same brush that I just applied my Rust with, I got Rust on. With the same brush I just applied my Rust with, and I'm just going to take the black and just draw into the outer V. It will help connect everything, but I just didn't want to put the outer V in before I put the Rust on. Then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend that out. After we've done our outer V, I want to go back into the crease with our Rust and just wiggle it around in there. And then I'm going to take our fluffy brush again, and I'm just going to blush that. I'm going to brush that right out. Now, I want to take a white color to put in our very inner corner. I'm going to be using Physicians Formula Eyebrightener Natural Eyelight, but be very careful to just get the tear duct. You don't want to take over your gold or anything, because there's only a little bit of gold showing, so you just want to make sure you just get that right in there in the tear duct so it doesn't take over your gold. And then for our eyeliner, any black eyeliner will do. I'm going to be using the Velvet Eyeliner by Migi Cosmetics in black, just because I like the control that it gives me. So we're just going to draw along the base of our upper lashes, just like that. Okay, so next I want to take NYX's Ultra Chic Trio, and I want to use the white with the little bit of gold sheen in the center, and we're going to use that for our highlight. Kind of goes along with our fall theme. So I'm just going to brush that back and forth, and then try and blend that. Now, one thing I find when using this as a highlight is that it tends to overpower the darker colors. So we're just going to take the brush that we used for our crease and not add any more product, and just kind of blend that so that we still have our nice rich color so that it doesn't overpower from that, and just use that to blend in with the highlighter color. Now I want to take Annabelle's Glitterama and Galactic Gold, and I'm just going to take that underneath my eye, just like this. Just nicely down there. Give us a little bit of gold fall sparkle. Now I want to take any mascara. I'm going to use Prestige's My Biggest Lashes just because I love the way it makes my lashes look. And we're just going to go along our upper lashes. Some of you may like putting mascara on your lower lashes too. I don't do that because it makes me look like I haven't slept, and it makes my eyes look smaller. But some women really like to do that, so if you do, feel free by all means to go ahead. And this is our final look. I really hope you like it.
Bye YouTube.
Bye YouTube.